Hey guys, okay, so I feel like it's been a while since I've done any type of like makeup type video, like tutorial video. So I thought I would just kind of show you guys my current everyday makeup look. My makeup routine really just varies depending on how my skin is looking, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing. But right now, this is like the current routine that I've been doing. Simple, easy, just like you guys know, I don't do like the super beat cake face. I like to keep my face looking pretty natural and simple. I want to still look like myself, but just a little bit better. You know what I mean? Just kind of perfect it a little bit. So yeah, this is it. Just really simple, easy, just evening out the skin tone, doing a little bit of like highlighter blush type combo. You guys will see what I used in the video. A really nude, simple, glossy look, always the same. My makeup look is pretty much always the same. I just kind of switch out the different products that I use, but yeah, hopefully you guys like it. This is it. My skin is kind of tripping right now, so excuse the breakouts and blemishes in the video, but y'all know, if you guys are subscribers, you know that I am forever dealing with skin issues. But yeah, despite my skin issues, you can still not wear a ton of makeup. Like, yes, I use a lot of products, but it doesn't look like a ton of makeup on my face, which I think is key. I'm not trying to cover up every single little imperfection. I just want to feel comfortable going out and look somewhat polished, but still like natural. Still like me, but just a little better. I'll make sure to leave all the products down below in case you guys want to get any of them. And yes, it probably is going to be like a lot of products, but the point is to look like it's not a lot going on, like a lot of products being used, but still get that, you know, easy breezy look that we want. So when it comes to color correcting, it kind of varies what I do right now. I'm just trying to do like a quick and easy color correcting type of method using this primer to color correct. Normally I would color correct on the specific areas, but this has been working for me lately, so this is what we're doing. This is like a must if you have oily skin. I've talked about this before. I still get oily, but this keeps a lot of the oil at bay better than anything I've ever used. Okay, next, I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, it works. It doesn't look like a lot. At least I don't think so, because I don't like heavy makeup. I've talked about this too. This is another primer. This one I'm just gonna do, okay, so let me backtrack. All the different things I'm using each have different purposes. So the first one you saw, that was for color correcting. Then the spray, that was to kind of keep the oil at bay and help kind of set the makeup. This one is to kind of fill in my pores and to kind of smooth out any areas that I have breakouts on, so that the texture looks a little better when I put my makeup on over it. I'm gonna use the One and Done. Sometimes I'll kind of stray away from this and then I use it again. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how much I love this and why I love it, because it just is, it's called a skin perfector. I'm putting a drop of oil in here too, because this is a priming oil, but I'm putting this in here because I've been treating my skin with a lot of mass for my breakout, so I just want to make sure that it's really hydrated, because using a lot of mass for acne can sometimes dry out your skin, so I just want to make sure I am moisturized and glowy. I haven't used a beauty blender in a really long time for my foundation. I've just been using a brush. I kind of go back and forth, but today I'm going to use a beauty blender because I just want that easy breezy look, which you can get with a brush too. A brush actually gives that fuller coverage, which I've been needing lately because I've been breaking out so much. But even when I use a brush, I will go in with a beauty blender that has nothing on it, just to make sure that the makeup is like really pressed into my skin and looks really natural without any harsh lines or anything. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with this concealer to cover up any areas that I feel are still peeking through. Normally I would do this with my hair tied up, but I'm trying to be cute for YouTube. So my hair's kind of like in the way. I'm gonna use a brush to pat the concealer in, just because I really like to use this one for concealers, and I think using the brush will just kind of make more of it stay and it won't get absorbed by the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna go back in with the Beauty Blender just to make sure that it's all smooth into my skin. Y'all, my hair is still looking crazy. I still haven't gotten it trimmed, and today is not really the best hair day, but this is what we're working with. I do plan on getting a trim this week though, so hopefully my hair will be looking much better. So since I've been using this, I have been doing my concealer a little bit different, which normally I would not put this much concealer on, but for whatever reason, this one, when you use a lot, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look cakey, it still comes out really good. So I seen another YouTuber do it like this, so I was like, let me try to do mine like that too. I do like to kind of go over my eyelids and underneath my brows a little bit too. Now I'll go in with my Beauty Blender because that's just gonna get rid of all the hard lines and smooth it out. I kind of switch around with the powders that I use to set my makeup. Today I'm just going to use this one from Laura Mercier. This is I think this is the Secret Brightening Powder. This is the one that was popular before the translucent powder. I used to use a damp beauty blender to do under my eyes, but I feel like sometimes it makes it crease. So I just like to put a little bit on a brush and then just kind of lightly pat it on. Like I said, I don't like to bake or put a ton of powder because then sometimes it just brings out those lines, which, you know, we hate those lines. They just make you look old no matter how young you are. When your concealer creases, you look old, and that is not a good look. It is not cute at all. If you do want to give it an extra little kind of like semi-flawless look and you have a lot of pores or you have a lot of texture from breakouts going on, I like to take a damp beauty blender. I'm going to use this little one, and I'm going to use this Bye Bye Pores translucent powder, and I'm just going to go over the areas that I feel have some texture and pores. This is a translucent powder, so it's not going to show up, but I'm also going to go over it with a powder that's my shade. So I have a combo that I've been using forever that I love to use. I will leave it listed down below. The first one's going to be a primer, and then I'm going to use two different kinds of mascara. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Roller Lash first, and then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Perversion. So this one is just going to get all the little areas of the lashes and bring out that length. Get another one. So my brows are already pretty thick, so I don't do too much to it, but I just like to kind of fill in any sparse areas and make it look a little bit neater. I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. I'll make sure you guys can see, because like I have a mirror in front of me, but I feel like for stuff like the lashes and the brows, I need like a closer mirror. So I'm just going to go in underneath where I feel like there's like a missing area. So I fill in the front a little bit. I do have a brow routine video, like how I shape them, which I really don't do much for the shape. I just keep my natural shape, but I have a video on my whole brow routine. If you guys are curious about it, you should definitely check it out. So can you guys see like the subtle difference between the two? Like I just filled in the front a little bit and then the ends. So this is the one that's not done and this is the one that's done. It just kind of like evens it out and brings out the fullness of it. Okay, so the brows are done. I'm not gonna set them until I finish the rest of my face. So to set my face lately, I haven't used this in forever, and then I started using it again. It's the Cover FX. I think it's like the illuminating powder. So I'm gonna just take a brush like this and I'm gonna dust most of it off. I don't want it to be a lot of powder. Normally I'll use like a pressed powder for this, but I like how this has been coming out lately. So I'm just gonna go over all the areas of my face. And I do like to kind of just dust it over my eyes where I put that translucent powder, just to make sure there's no kind of flashback or anything. I don't really contour. The only thing I may contour is like my nose, but I like to use a bronzer just to kind of warm up my face so it doesn't look so just like one tone and blah from the foundation. And I just kind of like press it into my face. I don't press too hard, I just lightly, because you also don't want to pick up any of the makeup that you put on your face to cover that acne. So it's not really like a huge difference, it just gives a little bit of warmth to your face. And I just kind of do the 3 or the E, whichever one. Wait. Yeah, the 3 or the M. It could be an E if you do like a uppercase E, but no. So the 3 or the M. I like to use bronzer on my eyes too. That's pretty much the only thing I do. I do like eyeshadows, but just not on me. I feel like it just makes me look way too made up. I used to use eyeshadows a long time ago, but I stopped because it just looks like I'm doing the most. I don't even know if I still know how to do eyeshadow. It's been so long since I've worn anything other than bronzer on my eyes. So I just like to use a Q-tip to make sure that I wipe away any of the mascara that got on my eyelids. I'm going to take a little brush like this and I'm going to just sweep it all over my lids just to give it like a nice warm wash of color. And then I'm going to go in the crease just to kind of like shape the eyes. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but it just gives it like a little bit of warmth and shape. I do contour my nose, but I haven't been doing it much lately, but I'll do it just to kind of show you guys what I do. Super simple and easy, but just kind of gives, like everything I do, if you'll notice, just gives like a subtle difference. I don't want anything too dramatic. I still want to look like myself, not too made up, just a little bit enhanced. So this is the perfect brush if you want to contour your cheeks or your nose, because it's just the right size to get in those areas. And then I'll just kind of do under here too. So this next step, depending on what I'm doing that day, like how simple I want to make my makeup, I may just go in with this. So I already used the bronzer, so I'm not going to use this, but this Natasha Denona Glow, this is like a bronzer highlighter combo. So a lot of times I'll just do this on my face. I won't do any highlighter, blush, bronzer. This will just be it. But since I already used bronzer, I'll show you guys this blush that I have. So this is like a blush highlighter combo as well. Natasha Denona products I really like. They're all about like that glow. So this is just going to give me that blush and highlighter in one. So it kind of like takes away an extra step. You guys see? Look at that. You can kind of see the pink and the highlighting. I'm going to blend that out. I just want to do both sides first. It's really pretty, right? It's just like a nice, like I love a nice, simple, subtle highlight. I know that looks a lot more than subtle, but we're going to buff it out. So I'm just going to go back in with the brush. That I used to set my face and just blend it out. I think the key to like making your makeup look really subtle and natural but still really pretty is to put thin layers of each product and then to make sure to blend everything out. I think it starts looking harsh if you have a lot of harsh lines or like patchy areas that are just not blended out properly. But if you blend it out well, it just kind of makes it all melt into your skin. Okay, so because that's pink, I'm not going to use it on any other areas of my face. I'm going to use just a regular highlighter. And then the last place I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna brush off this brush a little bit because that's what I use for the pink highlighter. I'm gonna take a little bit and just go down the center of my nose. I don't do the whole button nose thing. I just kind of highlight the center. Now we're gonna set the brows. I like to set it after I do a bronzer because then it'll just get messed up by the bronzer if you do it before. I'm going to set my face first with this spray again, and then I'm gonna do my lips. So the thing with this too is to make sure that you shake it up really well. If you don't shake it up well, you might see like little white marks, but if you shake it up well, there should be no problem. So I'm gonna use a clear gloss because the one I'm gonna use doesn't have that like thick, long-lasting texture that I like. So I'm gonna use this as a base. This is like my perfect nude. I believe they have different shades just depending on the color of your lips, but it's meant to be like a nude gloss. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of highlighter on my Cupid's bow, just to kind of, you know, be a little extra. Okay, so that is the finished look. You'll see it's like super easy, just kind of like glowy, like a little bit of like pink. So it's like really pretty, girly, glowy, something simple, like just a really easy breezy look. It might have been a lot of steps and a lot of products, but the finished result does not look like it, at least I don't think so. Like this is literally how I do my makeup most days. Depending on, like I said, what I'm doing or where I'm going, I may use a different foundation or I might incorporate different things. I'm all about a super easy breezy look. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you are subscribed so you know when I post new videos. If you're not following me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, although I don't know about Snapchat, we don't really be on Snapchat that much anymore, but especially Instagram, why aren't you following me on Instagram if you're not? Follow me, it's All My Loves 2. I post pictures and updates about when I'm posting a video or what's going on in my life, so check it out, follow me. Yeah, this is it. My hair's looking kind of crazy because it's like kind of like a frizzy mess today, and I need to get my trim, which I'm gonna get. I've just been procrastinating on it because I don't want to put heat on my hair, but I think it's time. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products that I use. Like I said, I will make sure to list them in the description box below, as I always do, in addition to any relevant videos that you guys might want to see. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.